Okay, welcome you all again. So we are going to cover yesterday's continuation logical backup a practical demo. So okay, so we can start with so we will play with any of the databases. Like we can play the DB1 database today. So okay, so like we already discussed yesterday. Like there are some options in PG underscore dump. So if you want to find the options here, we need to see. So these are the options we have based on our requirement. We need to utilize. Okay, which option we need to choose based on our requirement. We need to pick and we need to play with the PG dump utility to take the backup. Similarly, so we have the option like we have the another utility that is a PG underscore restore. Okay, so here also like similar options we have. So based on like which level of your research you are doing. Okay, so based on that you need to play with this particular utility, and also we have the PG underscore dump all utility as well. Okay, so okay. Okay, so we'll start with like taking the backup of the full database. Okay, so then we can use PG underscore dump. Then we need to mention username. We are using the Postgres user, and then we are going to take the backup of a DB1. For that, we need to mention -d or -hyphen database. Okay, then like we need to mention which file format you are going to use. Okay, so -c is like we can say the format of the file. Okay, so sorry, -f is format of the file. Then we have the like different types of format. C is a custom format, T is that tar format, and P is the plain format. Okay, sorry, P is the default format, and we have the directory format. Okay, so these many options we have. So then we can start with the custom format. Okay, then followed by the -f is like the file name. Okay, just I mentioned db underscore full dot dmp. Okay, so you here in PostgreSQL, similarly like Oracle, we don't have direct the log option to put all your like dump related information or the progress into log file to review later, but we have only option like verbose. Okay, so -v or -verbose option we can use. Okay, so it will display like what are the PG underscore dump is doing exactly inside. Okay, so then if you mention something like this, okay, dump will be created. Just a moment, it's taking some time. Okay, so where we are here. Okay, this is my dump file. This is like binary format. We don't have any like visibility to see this dump file. Like it's like completely in binary format. So then what I can do? So I can connect to a PSQL prompt. So I can list out my databases. Then I can create fresh database test. Okay, so then I'm trying to restore this dump file into this test database. Okay, so how we can use the restore operation here? So restore operation we can use PG underscore restore. Then we need to use username is the Postgres. Then after the database name, which database into which database we need to restore. We created test database. We are restoring this dump file into this test database. Okay, So then like we need to mention the same file format, that is a dump file, okay? And then the file name, okay? db_1 dump, okay? And similarly, like we need to put the verbose option. Okay, it is trying to restore into test database, and we took the backup of db1 database into this file, okay, and we restore into different database. Okay, the restoration is completed. Now if you see here, okay, we have the test databases, -c test. Okay, if you see, we have the schemas in place, log schema and my schema, and if you want to say the tables, so these many tables we have under this particular database, okay, after the restore. Then what we can do, so suppose I wanted to suppose this particular database is a not empty database, okay, so before restore I need to remove all my database related objects. Then I need to freshly imported or restore into this database, okay. In that case, which option we need to like use is, you can use -c option, okay, or you can use -clean option. Okay, so both are same. So in this situation, what it will do, so it will remove, okay, it will remove all the objects under this particular database, okay. Then after, by using this dump file, again it is going to restore under the test database. If you see here, it is dropping existing like content from the like test database, and it is going to recreate the same. Employee table, I think, having the more data, that's why it is taking. Okay, so this way we can like play with how we can use the clean option. Okay, clean means like it is somehow equivalent to table underscore exist underscore action equal to replace, okay, but it is not completely equivalent to like table and underscore exist underscore replace. Here clean means it is going to remove entire the objects, okay. There we have like we are discussing about the data, but here we are discussing about the clean option, means it is going to remove everything. Okay, so then like we can play with, suppose I have my full database dump here. Okay, so from this full dump, I need to restore only single schema and single table. Okay, how we can use that one? Okay, so I am going to use pg underscore restore utility. Then my username is Postgres. Okay, so then in which database I need to restore? I need to restore into test database only. Okay, and then the schema. Okay, the only one single schema I need to restore into this database. Then I need to mention schema -n is in n is the like schema option. Okay, or -hyphen schema. Okay, either one you can use. Then schema name, my schema. Okay, so the thing is that during the like full restore, the schema is already exist. Okay, then what I can mention, I need to clean this schema before like import or before restore. Then I need to mention my format of my dump file. Okay, then dump file name. Okay, then full.dmp. Okay, so then I need to mention verbose option. Okay, you can see here. Okay, so it is cleaning. Okay, in this situation, suppose if you mention -n and schema name, okay, the clean option, like it is removing the content from the schema, okay, and then it is restoring. Okay, you can see the T2 is under the my schema. Okay, so it is removing this particular table, then it is recreating the same. Okay, so next thing is, suppose I want to like restore. Okay, I want to restore a single table. Okay, in this situation, what we need to mention? Okay, so we need to mention hyphen n. Here you can see we are playing with a combination of the options. Okay, so hyphen d is the database name, hyphen n is the schema name. Then what I need to do? I need to do only restoration. Okay, restoration of the the table. Okay, which table I have the T2 table. Okay, and the T2 table already there in this particular schema during our previous operation, this operation. Okay, so in this situation, so we need to clean that particular table before creating. If you forget to mention the clean option, what it will do, it will throw the error like the table objects already exist. Okay, we can do it. Okay, okay, T2. Okay, without sorry. Okay, if you see here, this is my command creating. It is trying to create the table under the my schema. Okay, okay. There is an error something like relation T2 already exists. So to avoid the situation, that's why we are using -c option, clean option. Okay, if you see, so now with help of the full dump, okay, we can restore full database. Okay, we can restore full database, something like this. Okay, and we can restore single schema. Okay, so by mentioning the database name and schema name, and we can restore a single table. Okay, something like this. Okay, these are the options we can play with. Okay, and based on the requirement, you can choose different options also. You can practice and you can test. Okay, now what we can do, we can take the schema level backup. Okay, so we can take schema level backup. So pg underscore dump, I'm using -u Postgres. Then I need to mention my DB name. This is my source DB name. And I need to mention -n. Okay, that is to take my schema. Okay. So then I need to mention the file format. Okay, the file format is -c customized format I'm using. I'm using DB file name, DB1 underscore schema. Okay, then I need to mention the DMP format. Okay, so then just I'm putting the verbose option here. Okay, so you can see my dump file is created. Okay, this is the schema related dump file. Okay, so now what we can do just simply how we can did in the DB level restoration operation. Okay, the same PG restore operation we can do. Okay, so then and under the which database we need to restore. Okay, so the same we can place it here. Okay, so suppose PG underscore restore -u username -d. So under which database we can store into the same database. Okay, so which option, the schema is already there. Okay, so then I need to mention clean option. Okay, so then I need to use for file format. Then I need to mention what is the name of the dump file, then verbose. Okay, here you can see it is dropping the table, it is dropping the schema, and then it is trying to recreate schema under the schema we have the table. Okay, so like this we can play with the schema. Okay, so as we have a questions on yesterday. Okay, so we don't have any option to do the remap underscore schema option. Okay, in the Postgres SQL. So there is a limitations here in remap underscore schema and also remap underscore tables. Yes, these kind of like requirements, we will get it. Okay, so in this situation, what you need to do, so you need to just alter your schema to your any other name. Okay, so then you need to like restore the schema with help of the dump file. Okay, then what is the like destination schema is you want. Okay, you can place it the like again alter that restore schema into your destination schema name. Okay, then you can rename back that original schema to original name. Okay, so we don't have any like options in PostgreSQL until now. Okay, so in future definitely, so there will be option for remap underscore tables and remap underscore schemas also will be available. Okay, for now, we don't have any such option like Oracle to do like playing with one schema data into another schema. Okay, but the thing is if you were like database, if you took the like data dump in data scale format and that is very small one, then just you can edit and you can change your like object name and object owner into your new schema name. Then you can run the data SQL file on top of for your database related schema. Okay, but that is maybe if it is very small schema related content, you can play it. But if it is a huge amount of content, okay, so editing even .sql file also, it makes no sense. Like it is like huge amount of data like you need to change. Okay, so there may be some issues also while typing the things. Okay, okay, it may be into some different issues. Okay, so but just for now, so there is no option in PostgreSQL to play with the remap underscore schemas and also remap underscore tables. Okay, so this is where we can play with taking off the backup of the single schema and restore into the database. Okay, and then we can take the table level backup. Okay, so pg underscore dump -u Postgres, then the table level -d from where we are taking from DB1, and we have the table like we need to use, if you want to take the like backup of the table, we need to mention -table or -tables. Okay, so -table option I'm using. Okay, public public dot, okay, employees. Okay, so then I need to mention the file format. Okay, so the file format, I can mention the customized file format only. Or if you want, like you can mention the, okay, so the plain format. Okay, -f, okay, db1 underscore emp dot sql. Okay, so then I need to use verbose option. Okay, to just get the like log of what exactly it is doing. Okay, here the pg dump utility and the username I'm using and which database like I'm fetching the data of this particular table, and I need to mention which table I need to fetch from this particular database, and what is the file option, file format option. Okay, so I'm using the plain format. Okay, then I need to mention -p is a -f is the file name. Okay, so then name of the file, we need to use -v option to like have the verbose of your particular pg underscore dump related log. Okay, so now if you see our .sql file is created. Okay, so .sql file is created. Okay, so we can restore it. Okay, so instead of see .sql file, we can restore either with the psql command. Okay, from here, or you can connect to the like psql prompt and we can do it. Okay, so there is no like direct option are going to use, or it is supporting by the like pg underscore restore command for this .sql file format. Okay, so for this I can connect to my psql. Okay, I can connect to like test database. Okay, I can see my table is already there. Just I'm dropping the table. Drop table. Okay, so from here directly I can run hyphen I something like this and the file that particular dump file name. Okay, so this way I can run it. Okay, so if I run it, it will be created. Okay, so this is the one way to executing. Okay, any .sql files in PostgreSQL. Okay, in other way also. Okay, in other way also you can like use the PSQL prompt. Okay, I will show you how we can do that. Okay, now the table is created. Okay, we can drop the table again. Should be there, right? Might be, I think it is into some my schema. Okay, so we took only employee table only. So it should be table will be there. Okay, so, sorry. Okay, we remove the table, right? How it will get it? Okay, so the table is removed. Okay, so then we can just skip from here. Okay, so this is the one way we can restore the .sql file. Okay, after connecting to your PSQL prompt and you can connect to the database hyphen I option. Okay, so hyphen like slash I backward slash I is like nothing but we are executing .sql files in Oracle, right? At the rate file name. Okay, this is the similar option in PostgreSQL. Okay, and another way, suppose I have .sql file in place. Okay, I took it as a .sql like plain file format in by using the pg underscore dump utility. So what I can do, I can use PSQL like utility. So then I can use username is my Postgres. Okay, so then I can use hyphen D is my database. Okay, test database. Okay, directly I can mention. Okay, I can mention the file name. It will directly connect to your database. Okay, and it will execute this file. Okay, you can see it is already exist. Okay, somehow it is already exist the employee name. Okay, so that's why it is throwing error. Okay, so this is not a problem. Okay, like this you can play with even like PSQL prompt also by executing .sql file. Okay, and the next option we can choose like different option, like maybe compressor backup we can take. Okay, so how we can take the compressor backup? Suppose I can say a pg underscore dump. Okay, then hyphen u is my username. Okay, uh, Postgres. Then I can see my database name is DB1. Then I need to take compressor backup of my table. Okay, hyphen T. Table name is like public dot employee. Okay, so then I need to mention verbose option. Okay, and the syntax of taking the compressor backup is something like this. We need to mention ggp option, and we need to put the file name is db1 underscore which one I can put emp underscore cmp dot dz. Okay, so what it will do, it is going to take pg dump utility. It is going to take the like backup of the particular employee table, and once the backup is completed, it is trying to zip that particular employee file. Okay, so in like it is going to take like or execute two operations. Okay, so it is completed. Okay, you can see the dump file format is something like that. Okay, now we need to see like how the dump file. Okay, how we can restore the dump file. Okay, so if you see here, if you are dealing with our database sizes are very less. Okay, but if you're dealing with huge amount of database sizes, okay, in this situation, so you need to understand, okay, what is the main use of the zip file. Okay, here for example, if you see, we took the emp file. Okay, we took the emp file backup. Okay, in normal format without jump, sorry, without zipping the file. So it is occupied almost 80 MB of the storage. Okay. And if you see here, if you take the same employee file with compressor backup with zip format, okay. So the file size is, you can see like it is around 36 MB. Okay. It means almost, if we take the backup with the compressor format, okay, it is almost going to reduce 50 or like 55% of your dump size. Okay, so if you are dealing with like huge amount of database sizes and you have the issue with the storage, then you can play with using the zip file or compressor format. Okay, now we can do a restore operation of this particular zip file. Okay, first what we need to do, we need to gunzip this file. Okay, so then we can use the pg underscore restore operation -u postgres. Okay, then -d database name, where I'm going to store. I'm going to store into the same database, test database. Okay, there the file is already there. Okay, the file is already there in my database. Okay, then for that I need to mentioning -c option to clean up. Okay, then I need to mention my file format -c. Okay, and what is my file name? My file name is db1. This is the one, right? db1 emp cmp, and then I need to mention verbose option. Okay. And is the test one. Then I need to mention -t ubl public dot employee. There is some issue with this file. On which way we can take the backup? We can take the backup is something like this. Okay.
Yeah, I think the backup was done in plain format, so only option to restore is pSQL, not pg restore.
No, I think we took the this way, right? Yeah, maybe we can say we can see cat or move. It should work actually. .sql. Okay, so in this situation, okay, so psql -u postgres. Okay, so then I need to mention my database, which database I need to store. Then I need to mention .sql. Okay, it is not a file like a plain format. We took like GIF format only while taking backup also. Okay.
Yeah, it is plain format because you haven't used -fc, ft or fd.
There are just use -f and that file name, or just go to the database and just run that file. That's it.
Yeah, maybe here the syntax issue. Sorry, we can exit it, or maybe -i we can use this file. Yeah, it is not like recognizing this file name. Okay, so the table is already exists. Okay, that's why it is throwing error something like this. Okay, so the dependent objects is already there. Okay, like this, we can execute the GIF file related format dump file into your PostgreSQL cluster. Okay, then what we can do, we can play with tar file format. Okay, we can remove star. Okay, so we can take pg underscore dump. Okay, then -u Postgres, then -d db1. Okay, so what we need to do, we can take the tar file of your table. Okay, -t, I'm taking the same employees table. Okay, and I'm using my file format is star. Okay, then we need to see like the file name. Okay, the file name is, I can mention db1 underscore emp tar dot tar. Okay, so then just I'm putting like verbose option. Okay, so here the file format is, I'm taking the tar file and I'm giving the name is -f is my file name. Okay, it will create the tar file format. Okay, so we can just utilize. Okay, we can utilize the same tar file and we can do the restore operation. Okay, so to perform the restore operation for this particular tar file, what we can do, just to use the pg underscore restore command. Okay, then we need to use -u Postgres is my username, and -d I am storing into test database only. Okay, then the employee table already existing into this particular database. Okay, just we can use clean option. Okay, to restore your like tar file into your Postgres SQL. Okay, you need to use like this symbol. Okay, and then you need to mention the name of the file. Okay, then you can see the verbose option. Okay, if you see the name of the employee and employee related dependencies. Okay, so already there sequence under the constraints. Okay, it is going to drop and it is going to recreate the same from the tar file. Okay, so and what else we have some other options also, maybe useful options. Maybe we can take the parallel option. Okay, we can take parallel option and we can see now. Okay, so pg underscore dump, username is a Postgres. Then we can take even the db of db1 backup. Okay, and we are going to take a backup of the same employee table. We can take it. Why? Because it is containing some data. Employees. Okay, then if you want to take the directory backup and if you want to play with the parallel option. Okay, so we need to use -j or jobs option to mention how many parallel threads you want to use. Okay, and one more thing is, if we are like using the parallel option, you need to use only directory file format. Why? Because internally job option. Okay, if you are using the parallel option with -j or -j jobs, jobs. Okay, internally it will split the data. Okay, and it will store into directory format. Okay, so how we can use that one? Okay, how we can use that one? We can see now. Okay, so -j is, I'm using the two parallel threads. Okay, then whenever if you're using the parallel option, you need to definitely use file format is directory file format, and my file name is -f I'm mentioning. Okay, and db1 underscore emp underscore dir format. Okay, and just for log, I'm using the verbose option.
If you want to append the log to any file, you can just use append symbol. Or at the OS level, you can just log it.
Yeah. Okay, so internally it is taking like it is using the two parallel threads. Okay, then it is going to split like multiple files. Okay, and it is going to create some zip file. Okay, so this entire operation is going to do internally. Okay, so you can see the zip file will be created with 4063 format. Okay, the name, not format, name. Okay, if you see here, the directory will be created. Okay, the directory is created. If you go inside this directory, okay, so like this, if we opt for parallel option and directory, so like this, it will be like created file. Okay, so what we can do now, okay, we can try to restore this file. Okay, how we can do? Okay, so I'm using the pg underscore restore option. Okay, I'm using the Postgres user and I'm like restoring into test database only. Okay, so like again, okay, the employee table already there, but I'm just cleaning up the employee table. Okay, and here I'm going to mention same. Okay, directory format, file format is directory format. Okay, I need to mention directory directly. Okay, so then I need to use verbose option. If you see here, it is dropping same, like I'm using the cleanup option since the employee table already there. Okay, so if you are restoring it to fresh database, okay, then you no need to mention the like clean option, -c or hyphen clean option. It is directly restoring to your the new database or empty database, okay, or empty schema. Okay, so this is where we can play with the directory option. Okay, so next thing is we can use the split option. Okay, so yesterday I think Malati have it out, right, how we can play with the split option. Okay, so we can use pg underscore dump utility -u username is my Postgres and my database I'm using the db1 is my database name. Okay, so then I need to like take the backup of my table, same employee, public dot employees. Okay, so then the split option is similar to zip option. Okay, we need to use pipe symbol. Then yes, we need to mention split. Okay, sorry, spelling mistake. Okay, then here we need to mention. Okay, you need to mention the block size. Okay, how much of like each your split is or each your chunk should be created. Okay, so -b option here you need to mention if you want to split 20 I think our file or employee dump file, we can see 80 MB or something it is coming as per our like previous dumps. Okay, so I'm just planning to make this 80 MB into 20 MB related chunks. Okay, or if you want to take like 30 MB also, you can make it. Okay, but we can make any size. Okay, and if you want to make like 1 GB kind of chunks, okay, based on your requirement, you can play it. Okay, just I'm mentioning 20 MB of my chunks of employee dump file. Okay, then we need to mention what is the -f is the like option, and we need to mention name of the file. Okay, db1 underscore emp underscore split. Okay, so you can see how the file names will be created here. Okay, you can see here. Okay, like this, the whenever if you use the split option and you are mentioning the 20 MB of my each chunk should be created. Okay, dump file related chunk. Okay, so then you can see up to here we given the like naming conversion. Okay, after that automatically Postgres SQL will append the names. Okay, it is almost like similar to the parallel option with %u. Okay, now we can play like how we can restore this particular file into your Postgres SQL database. Okay, so before that, what we need to do, so these are the different files, right? Okay, we need to reload into some like single file. Okay, so how we can use, we can just use cat option. Okay, all into the single file. Okay, so by default we took like we have not mentioned any option. Then by default it will take the like plain option. So then plain format. Then we can use like directly .sql file. Okay, so we can use either PSQL prompt or we can use connecting to the database and we can restore. I can use the PSQL -u my what I can do. Maybe we will get some errors. Okay, so why? Because the table is already there. /dt. Sorry, it is under C, which is the database name. Our database name test. Okay, if you see here, that employee table is already there. Okay, we can drop it. Drop table employee. Okay. Okay, from here directly we can run this particular file. Okay, it will create. Okay, otherwise you can run even from the PSQL. Okay, after by using the PSQL -u username. Okay, and then -d database name. Okay, then we need to mention like the file name. Okay, in this way we can we can execute. Okay, there maybe we will have issues with the dependencies. Some foreign key constraints already there, so we may get some like foreign key related errors. Okay, that we can ignore, not a problem for now. Okay, and then we can play like after this we can play with maybe I think someone is asked right yesterday, Abhishek or someone. Okay, so how it is possible to take, okay, how it is possible to take cross versions. Okay, the data pg underscore dump and pg underscore restore is like able to support. Okay, if my source is on like 12 or maybe source is on 14, I'm able to take the dump from the like 14 PostgreSQL version, and I'm able to do the restoration operation in the 15 and the reverse way also. Okay, vice versa. Okay, that we can test now. Okay, it is really supporting or not. Okay, and maybe before that, like we have some different options as well. Okay, maybe you can do the practice from your side. Okay, the pg underscore dump. Okay, so -help if you see. Okay, we have some different options also available. Okay, you can practice it. Okay, while doing your practices. Okay, there is an option like data only. Okay, so there is an option like schema only. It means it is going to take only the detail of your like schema. Okay, if you are taking the schema backup, or if you are taking the DB backup or table level backup based on the like level of the backup you are taking. Okay, here if you mention the schema only means it is taking only DDL option. Okay, these options you can use. Okay, whenever you have a requirement. Okay, now we can jump into taking or playing with different like versions of the databases. Okay, so if you see, I have installed both my versions. Okay, 12 and 15. Okay, if you see here. Okay, so this is my PostgreSQL 15 cluster and data directory, and this is my PostgreSQL 12 data directory. Okay, so first what I can do, I can directly take, okay, backup of my PostgreSQL 12 cluster. Okay, so then I need to mention, I need to restore into PostgreSQL 15. Okay, then how we need to take the backup of PostgreSQL 12. Okay, so my PostgreSQL 12 binary location is user PGSQL 12, okay, and bin. Okay, under the bin I have the pg underscore dump utility. Okay, I'm just using the like Postgres user. Okay, so then I'm going to take okay, I'm going to take the backup of my database. Okay, first we need to see which databases we have. PSQL -p. Okay, I'm just separating. Okay, I'm separating the port with port for 12 version is 5433. Okay, and 15 is having the default port, that is a 5432. Okay, I can connect here, so I can just list out what are the databases I have. Okay, I have the databases like DB12. Okay, now we can take the backup of this DB12 database and we can try to restore into our 15 day like PostgreSQL 15 version. Okay, so just I'm taking. So for that I need to just use the profile is like set to 15 version. That's why we can use the path of the bin location. PG12, then we need to use bin, then PG underscore dump utility, then -u Postgres, Postgres is my username, okay? So then I need to mention which port we are trying to connect, okay? Here we have the two clusters in the same server, so we need to use the port to separate, okay, each cluster. Okay, then I need to take dump of my, what is the DB name? DB12, okay, database name. Then I need to use the file format, customized file format. Okay, then I need to mention my file name. Okay, maybe I can mention DB12, okay, .dmp. Okay, that is enough. Okay, then I can just use the verbose option. Okay, so here we are taking the backup of our PostgreSQL 12 instance. Okay, related database, that is the DB12 is my database name. I'm taking the backup of that database. Okay, and then we can use the same backup dump file and we can try to restore into PostgreSQL 15. Okay, you will see if it is allowing or not. Okay, so yeah. Okay, we can see, okay, dump file we have placed here only. Okay, so this is my dump file of PostgreSQL 12. Then I'm trying to restore. Okay, so I'm trying to restore PG underscore, restore. Okay, -c. Okay, you can see the version of the Postgres PG underscore restore utility is 15.16. Okay, so we are using the same correct utility only. We are not referring to the 12 related PG restore utility. So by using this utility, just you can use -u Postgres. Okay, then I can dump this particular dump file into database name, test database only. Okay, and what I'm trying to do here is, okay, just I need to mention I'm dumping entire like the dump. Okay, not picking one table or one schema or something like that. Okay, so that's why I'm just mentioning the format, the full file format. I'm using customized file format, and I'm just mentioning the name of the dump file. Okay, then just I can use verbose option. Okay, some table names are already exist. Okay, so then what I can do, maybe it is just I can use -c option and I can restore. Okay, maybe there are some schema mismatches and everything. Okay, so
One question, please.
yes, who is this, like Darpan?
Darpan, yeah.
Yes, Darpan.
So if you go from a higher version to a lower version, what is the change in the pgdump command?
Higher version to lower version, right? You mean?
Yeah, 15 to 12.
You will see now. Okay, after this. Okay, now we are doing from 12 to 15, right? Okay, so in Oracle, if you remember, in Oracle, which way we can use the PG dumps, okay, data dump utility. It is able to support from a lower version to higher version and higher version to lower version. Which one is it is supporting? Both are it is supporting?
Both supporting. I think version parameter we need to use when we go from higher to lower.
But the thing is, higher to lower it is supporting, right? But in data, in Oracle, it is supporting from lower to higher version, even if you use the version parameter?
No. Lower to higher is not a problem. Higher to lower, we need to use versions parameter.
Okay. Then you will see here in PostgreSQL how it is behaving. Okay. So now we done with 12 to 15 restore. Okay. So now what we can do, we can take a backup of 15.1. Okay, we can take backup of pg underscore dump -u. Postgres is my username. Okay, so then I can take backup of db1. Okay, and what we can do then, I need to taking in customized format. Then I can mention my db file name db1 underscore 15.dmp. Okay, just I'm putting like log information verbose. Okay, so then we can try to restore this file into our 12 instance. We'll see it is supporting or not. Okay, it is completed. Okay, this is my 15 dump file. Now I'm trying to restore into my 12 instance. Okay, so for that I need to user pg12 bin location. Okay, so then we can use pg underscore restore. Okay, so I need to mention my username. Okay, under like which database we need to restore. Okay, so I can restore into my db12 database only. Okay, and here we need to mention port number. Okay, so otherwise like it will throw the error. Okay, so it is unable to like retrieve like which instance they need to connect. Okay, so we need to mention 5433. Then we need to use the customized file option. Okay, so since some of the objects already there in db12 database, I can use the clean option. Okay, so hyphen clean or clean. Why? Because every time we are mentioning simple like word, we can use hyphen clean. Okay, then we need to take the name of the like dump file. We can place it here and we can just use the verbose option. Okay, so it will support or not, Darpan. You will see now. Okay, it means if you see here, if it is not supporting, even in first like attempt itself, it is going to fail. So it means it is connecting and it is dropping and it is trying to creating. It means, so in the Postgres SQL, version is not a problem. Okay, so we are able to like support, or we are able to, we can say take the dumps and restore into from source version anything, and like target version also anything. Okay, so that it is going to support. Okay, but the thing is, based on the like versions to version, okay, the options we are using and the options we are having, okay, that will be changed. Okay, we need to just take care about those options. Okay, otherwise the Postgres SQL is able to support different versions of the version. Might be source is anything and target may be anything, even like the higher to lower and lower to higher, anything will work. Okay, so Darpan in Oracle, okay, so maybe nowadays we are like not playing with the data dump utilities like it is like we did almost like a couple of years back. Okay, you can say like, okay, only one way it is going to support, not two ways will going to support in Oracle also. Just you can check, cross check on Oracle side. Okay, so from lower to higher or higher to lower, only one direction will support. Okay, it is not going to support both directions in Oracle. Okay, if we remember correctly. Okay, nowadays we are less like touching this kind of like activities. Okay, we are into like different like activities. Okay, just you can cross check. Okay, in the version parameters we have in Oracle, but it is going to support only one direction, either it is from higher to lower, okay, or lower to higher. I think I remember it is going to support only higher to lower, not lower to higher. if I'm not like remembering correct. Okay, just you can check it. Okay, okay, and these are the options we have, guys. Okay, so and these are some of the options we have shown. Okay, you can play with, you can just while practicing. Okay, while practicing and based on your requirement. Okay, you can fetch. Okay, you can fetch the number of options from PG underscore dump and PG underscore restore utility. Okay, and you can play with all these things. Okay, so any doubts, guys, with this for today's session? Any doubts on like the capabilities of logical backups in Postgres SQL?
For example, so how we can validate the dump? So dump I took the backup 3 months back. So before restore, I just want to validate whether this dump is able to restore or not.
Okay.
So basically in EXBDB we used to do it, right? So
yeah,
is
like restoring the the validating the dumps. I think we need to enable the checksum to check validating the dump. But again, okay, that we will get back to you how we can validate the dumps. Okay, so is there any option? Okay, the problem here is in Postgres SQL. This is first of all, this is open source, right? Okay, so we maybe or may not be having, suppose currently we are running 16 version, okay, the latest version, but now we are using the 15 version. Okay, so our latest versions, maybe the features which are using in Oracle, okay, may not be available into our current running versions of the Postgres SQL, but the similar versions. Okay, the simple thing. Okay, so we are struggling for remapping the schema and remapping the tables. Okay, in PG dump and PG restore utility in until even 16 versions also. Okay, we don't have such option in Postgres SQL until now. Okay, so that is a drawback. That is a big drawback. Okay, so if you are coming from Oracle background, okay, definitely these are the situations we have and these are the options we need to use in real time. Okay, so to achieve that one, okay, we need to use like lot of things. Okay, so rename the schema and then restore into your database, then rename restore schema into like destination name. Then again we need to play with this thing, and otherwise if you want to like .sql file renaming with different owner name, all these things, it means it is like it's kind of mess work. Okay, so this is completely drawback. In the similarly, checking the like dump. Okay, what is the health of my dump? Okay, so there might be some option or there may be some extension is available.
Yeah.
We will check it and we will get back to you. Okay, and also definitely it is for sure in the later versions of the Postgres SQL. Okay, Postgres SQL, I think maybe our introduction also we used. Okay, the Postgres SQL era of the Postgres SQL until 16 is different. Okay, the Postgres SQL, the boom or Postgres SQL, the future after 17 is totally different. Okay, you will see after the Postgres SQL 17, okay, it is going to hit the market like anything. Okay, I don't know which database is going to replace. Okay, either it may be Oracle, either it may be anything. Okay, the top flavor of the database. But again, okay, who knows? Okay, maybe someday like LSN will come into picture. Okay, I'm going to acquire Postgres SQL completely, same like MySQL. Okay, then it is became like under the Oracle. Okay, then there is no competitor in the market. Okay, the Postgres and Oracle will be in the top. Okay, so
Yeah,
why? Because
just to add to that, actually, Sadhan, we have an option hyphen list or something. I think we already updated in our lab manual. Probably you can just
sure.
Something hyphen list or something. We can just validate what are the objects it has something. Okay, yeah.
And so maybe the things we are unable to cover here, those things will be like placed into manual as well. Why? Because see, as a human, like remembering all these commands, it's not an easy thing, right? Okay, so we can like whenever there is an option, you can choose it, and we can place almost every command into the manual. Okay, there you can play it. Yeah, please go ahead. There is some question.
Sure. Yeah. So rather than restoring the entire, a table or database, just want to see like how much time it will take. So like we have an estimate parameter is there in EXBDB. So do we have any such options in Postgres?
Estimate option is not there until now, we can say. Okay, so and even if you see the GIF file format, okay, or compressor format, like how much percentage of zip or how much percentage which is compressed. Only that option we can see. Other than that, we don't have any like option to choose how much of data it is going to, sorry, how much of time it is going to take and how much of percentage it is completed. So for now, there is no such direct option from vanilla flavor of the PostgreSQL.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So because sometimes this application users will ask
That is
how much,
required. Yeah. If you run
yeah,
it, they will ask when it is going to complete.
Yeah, not only complete. So for example, they want to restore a one schema. So to import this schema, so how much time it will take? So we can use the parameter estimate. So it won't, it won't restore, but it will create an estimate time. Yeah.
Yeah. We understood like those things we have available in Oracle. Yeah. But for now, there is no option available, or maybe again, okay. So we were not tested. We were not tested. If you have some option with like extensions or some other, like maybe see, if you just open like LinkedIn, okay, you will see like the post related to PostgreSQL. Okay. This is open source. You can prepare your own thing. Okay. So during the like data pump utility, I need to, okay, before starting data pump or before starting restore, I need to like estimate how much of time it is going to restore into my database. Okay. Okay. So, and how much of size, okay, how much of the size I am, the dump is going to create in my OS location. Okay. So we can take it out of source code and we can implement it if we have like capability, since this is a C language. Okay. We can implement it and we can publish into our community. And if once they approve, okay, you can utilize the same. Okay. So, but for now, Sadhan, we don't have such options directly from community. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about this page dump? For example, the customer wants to verify last 3 years RMAN backup, whether this backup is valid or not. So from the RMAN level, we used to validate that particular backup. Okay. So is it genuine copy or it's corrupted? So this option also we just wanted to see if it is available or not. So
that maybe we can maybe with
it is available for physical backups. There is a utility called PG Verify. So with that we can verify that. Probably we will cover in physical backups. Yeah.
Yeah, but the data pump again, okay, so there are some limitations, Sadhan, okay, so we don't have like, but this is a valid point. We can say this is as a DBA, okay, we know we are like storing the backup from the years, okay, I want like application team is asking, so we took 1 year back, one dump, okay, I need the data into my test system to test something, okay, that is a requirement, we will get it, like we are getting in Oracle, okay, on MS SQL or other flavor of the databases, okay, the MySQL, okay. So yes, this is a valid point. Maybe we can see even as per your question, even we can dig from our side also. Is there any option, okay, related to like PG dump, okay, the physical backup, as Suresh said, okay, there is a verify option. We will discuss during our next sessions, okay. Next it is physical backups only. Okay, so any other questions? Malati, you were silent today. Is it clear or like how it will be?
Hi, I think all my questions are almost answered.
Okay.
But one question with reference to split option. I see that it creates with a suffix AA, AB, AC and all that. So you are catting those files, right? Will that cat order matter to the file? Like when you say cat some prefix.
How it is going to like go adjust in one file, you mean? That is the question?
Yeah. Okay. You are giving that prefix star, right, to cat, yes. Then it will, it may take in any order, right?
Yeah, it may take any order, okay. It may take any order, okay, and it is going to adjust in a specific order, or maybe we can say the proper order in this file, okay. So okay, this file is containing some other data, okay, and this file is containing some other data, okay, but both are not containing same data, okay. So automatically, so it will adjust into one file and it is going to adjust into one order.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
So
just
we don't have to
we are just reloading. Okay, we are splitting into the chunks, and while doing the restore operation, we are reloading into one single file, and we are doing the restore operation. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So if there is no questions, like so we can close for today class, and we can even today, I think Wednesday. Yeah, we can like jump into tomorrow class again for physical backups. Okay, in the same time.
Thank
Okay.
you. Sure.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Like we can share the video, and guys, like we are going to replace yesterday video with today video. Okay. So why? Because yesterday it is not proper one. Okay. So better you can refer in future also this video. We can just replace yesterday's videos with the today video. So that will be like good for your reference in the future. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.